All right, so here's a concept for today. Something I was thinking about is, the body is born in flexibility. And I know we have grandparents here, and you have these little things and they're all so connected. And so we have flexibility, and then this owner of the body, as we age and with grace and elegance, we invite in rigidity into this body. And I was thinking about, when you hold a young one or even an animal, and something scary noise happens, and their whole body, face, the eyes, everything responds, and it's cute. And then they can let it all go and they don't hold on to it, but you keep doing that, your whole life, just moments of tense this, and the body remembers. So this is, I've said many times, yoga is the process of undoing. And I just feel that that's going to be the theme of today's class, is this undoing. I want to come back. They say also yoga is the fountain of youth, a flexible spine. You're only as old as your spine is flexible, is the saying. So we're undoing. We're taking off the layers. We're coming back to that, floppy, happy, very connected baby of ourselves. And I mean, that's got to be an interesting process. So welcome to your practice. There we go. Yes, bring your hands together wherever, at your heart, on your thighs, wherever feels good, just for a few moments of breathing, feeling, deeply receiving this moment, beginning of your practice. And even, when most of us grew up, there was this idea of, resisting the body, mind over matter, fight it through. Don't let your period slow you down. All of these things, work harder. And now we just undo that and invite ourselves back to wholeness, to loving all parts of ourselves. Those things that we were told or thought were not beautiful. And just embracing all that you are right now. One more breath. And we'll seal all of that and call ourselves home. Chant Om together 3 times. Inhale fully to lengthen. Release this breath completely. And inhale to begin. Bow your chin. Stay here, take a full breath in. Breathe it into your hands, just the way we end class, and catch your breath. And hold this breath and these hands in front of your heart in some way. So this mudra with some space between the palms as you hold your breath is the heart in front of the heart. And just for this moment, flow your loving energies from your heart into your hands. And then connect this to some part of your body that needs some deep love right now. And then release your hands to those places and smile. Remind yourself why you are here. In this process of undoing and opening to more. And release your hands. Lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, we're just gonna go with this. Start with a big hug. So open your arms, lift your chest, wiggle your fingers, drop your shoulders, and then take the right arm over the left. give yourself a big hug, and we'll start twisting a little bit here. Good. And then we'll sit up tall. Lift your, we're gonna go straight up to the sky, open your arms. And then as you exhale, extend them out like you're opening this aura of your, your own energies, nice and strong. Inhale, extend the arms, lift the heart. And as you exhale, take the left arm over the right, give yourself a little hug, move if you need to. You can even do a little sideways hug. Oh, so good to see you. A little rubbing at the back. Good. And then we'll slide the hands down the arms. And one more time, just reach up, reach up. Good. And on your exhalation, we'll release the arms all the way down. Once your hands touch the earth, stretch your legs out. Move the feet around. Yes. Good. Okay. Wiggle your toes. Okay. Let's start with a little quick footy. So you start with this foot. Look at it. Just warm it up. Give it some love. Notice the colors. Dry skin. Anything else? Injuries. Sometimes we get little swollen areas, and it's all connected. So just kind of feel, get the toes some vitality. Oh, the feet are a good one, flexibility and rigidity. And I know who's here. You guys have been doing this for a long time, so your feet are beautifully opened and but maybe there was a time in your life where you were wearing shoes that were really pretty but didn't fit right. We all did that. Okay, I'm just giving this foot a nice little twist, just finishing up. Good. And extend, observe, feel, and then we'll bring the other one over and just start the same way. Every time we do this, I always feel it's like it is a love letter to your foot. It's a love letter. And maybe an acknowledgement of past, I don't want to say mistakes, but past ignorances. I didn't even really think about it. Okay, good. Just finishing up, you do your toes, heel, give that foot a nice twist. Yes. Okay, so I see who's here and I can feel in, and this is going to be a mostly on your back practice. Before we do that, I think we're just going to run through maybe 2 sun salutes just to get the blood moving a little bit. So if that's not in your, if that's not there for you today, that's 100% fine. You can just start on your backs, and it's a beautiful place to be. So otherwise, we'll just start standing at the front of your mat. And if you use blocks or you want a blanket for support, then throw a blanket down where you feel your knees might be. Good. And now if we're standing on your 2 massaged, open, colorful feet, look down. See if you can spread your toes out. Sometimes you use the hands to help you kind of spread the fingers like the magic fingers. Just do your best. Good. And then standing on your 2 feet, let your head rise. Let your heart rise. And then take your hands and just rest them at the back of your sacrum. I'm just going to bend down just so you can see where I have my hands. And just feel like, okay, I'm just going to let this low back lengthen. I'm not doing anything, but just sliding my hands down like I'm just giving a little massage. Just relax. And then let the arms come down by your sides. And breathe here. Anchor the feet into the floor. Let the tail drop towards the heels. Okay, on your next inhale, open the arms out, reach up, look up. Pause here for a full breath in and full breath out. So you're moving with the breath. Reach up. When you exhale, you soften. Okay, on the next inhale, reach up nice and high. As you exhale, open your arms, bend your knees. Start to come down to your forward fold. Take the hands to the floor, to your blocks. As you inhale, lift your head, your heart. And exhale and fold. We'll just do that up and down a few times, just so you can, move your body a little bit. So you inhale, lift your head, your heart, and exhale and fold. Maybe one more time. Good. Okay. And now we're just going to step back, downward dog. Let's step the right foot back first, and then the left foot. And just take a few moments to feel into your dog. So maybe pedal your feet, or adjust your stance, move around a little bit. Good. Now let's take one nice big breath in. As you breathe out, we'll lower the knees to the floor. Inhale, round your back up to the sky. We're going to cat pose. And as you exhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, cow pose. Let's do that one more time, just cat and cow. And then stay in the cow pose. Put the tops of the feet down. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, take the hips back, and we're coming down for child's pose. And if it's too early, just stay on your hands. Maybe a little bit more upright. If you're good, walk your hands forward, get a little longer. Good. Okay. Take 2 breaths here. Beautiful breath. Feel into anything that's talking to you, any rigidity that you have brought into this body in your many years of life with your life experiences. All just part of the human experience. Okay, and as you inhale, we're going to round up, round your back up, come up to your hands and your knees. Tuck your little toes under, lift your knees up. Okay, good. Now you either walk your feet to the front, or we're going to take one giant step with the right foot and one giant step with the left foot until we come to the front of the mat. Inhale, just lift the head and the heart. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet. Open your arms. Bend your knees if you need to, and rise up. Bring your hands to your heart. Pause here into the dizziness, into whatever you feel. Okay, nice, slow, gentle, loving sun salute. So here we go. Inhale, lift your heart. As you exhale, release your arms by your sides. On the inhale, reach up, take your arms out and up. Then exhale, fold, sit in your legs. So you start to come down really gently and lovingly. Inhale once you're here to lift your head and your heart. Then the exhale to fold. Okay, I'm going to stay in forward fold. Heel toe your feet a little bit wider apart. Yeah, and then drop your head. Send the weight into the heels, and maybe you grab opposite elbows, and we just hang here for a moment. It feels like it would be nice to sway the arms side to side. Invite that. It's like you're letting your spine get a little longer. So you bend your knees as much as you need to. My belly is resting right on the thighs here. That might not happen for you, so maybe hands on the floor is the better option. Okay, we'll all come to center. Release your hands one more time. Lift your head and your heart. Exhale, fold. Okay, and take the hands either side of the feet and step the right foot to the back. We're in lunge. I'm going to take a little twisty lunge. So the right hand's going to turn out a little bit, and we'll lift the left arm up. Okay, lift your tush, guys. So don't feel like, in the old days, it'd be like, get down as far as you can. But I feel like that's not so great for our hips. Good. And then release. Okay, I'm going to change legs. So right foot comes forward, left foot goes back. And just find that twist second side without sinking too much. So even if you lift your hips up a lot, that's maybe exactly what you need. And then if you want to open it, it's the knee coming forward and the heel pressing back. Good. Okay. Both hands down. Downward facing dog. Right, hang out here, come down for child's pose, but if you want a little more, big toes touch, we'll lift the right leg up in here. Press out through both heels. And then change. Lift your other leg up. Open. Okay, now, I said you could be in child's pose, but if you have both feet on the floor, you're in downward dog, we're going to shift forward to plank. Okay, I'm just coming to plank for a moment. Your knees can come down. You can see my hips are as high as my shoulders. And then exhale, lower knees first, or if you feel frisky, maybe chest first. And then come all the way down. Pause here. Okay, we're just going to do 3 little cobras just to open. So whatever feels good, lift the shoulders, lift your head, your heart, come up as high as feels good. And then just 2 more cobras, your version, not opening too far. It's feeling into any rigidity, inviting in flexibility. Okay. And then come down once you've finished your third. And we're going to press up and back. Child's pose. Maybe we'll open the legs wide, bend the knees. Take the feet together, and then press yourself up. Roll over your knees, find your child's pose, and we'll just rest here for a few moments. If your head rests on the floor on your hands, you might turn your head side to side a little bit. It's like massaging your forehead. Good. Okay. Beautiful. All right, well, we are going to make our way onto our backs. I'm just going to give a little foot exercise-y stretch here. So you're in child's pose, walk your hands back so you can come up, hands and knees, and then you'll tuck your little toes under. We'll walk the hands back, and we'll do this little roll over the feet, squat, ankle, hip warm-up thing. Yes, just rock front to back a few times. Okay, all right. So now I want to find that place where I really get a good calf stretch. So I start to take the heels back. They're not coming to the floor. Maybe you might even hop your feet and your knees together more. And then the hands kind of walk forward, and you're just going to explore, moving front to back. You might feel this more in the ankles, but if I can hit it right, I feel like, oh yeah, get a good stretch through the quad, the calves, or wherever it is for you. It could be lower. It's all good. One more breath. Good. And then we'll come out of this. You can take a downward facing dog if you like, or just bring yourself to sitting for a moment or two. I'm just going to give the feet a little rub. Yeah. Okay, I do feel like we will be doing a little legs up the wall, so I am close to the wall. If you don't have a wall, you can do a modified legs up the wall with that lock under your hips, but that's for later. So take a blanket for underneath your head if you like, and if you want to make this really nice and luxurious, you might even put like a torso blanket down and just support ourselves in this really loving way. And well, if you have a heating pad, you grab that too. Okay, we're just going to start lying down with the knees bent. If you are on your blanket, you want to have that support. Like I have the 2 blankets, so the head is in line with the back of the heart, is in line with the hips. And then the feet might be a little bit lower. So take a few moments. If you don't have any blankets and you're flat out on the floor, that's perfectly perfect. Okay, and now we're just going to be here for about 10 breaths, just lying with your arms out to the side, palms up. And we're just going to release whatever we can let go of to the floor. So I have the knees bent. If you want to bring the knees together, that's fine. And any other position is good. But if the legs go straight, we do change the position of the pelvis and the hips. So let's start with the knees bent. Let your jaw go. If you know you're someone who clenches your jaw, you might want to take your hands and massage the jawbone, lower jawbone, and where the jaws connect a little bit. And let the jaw be really, really light and relaxed. Okay, feel your tongue resting your mouth. And the eyes are resting. So we begin by withdrawing the senses. And then you slide your awareness to your back. Feel yourself resting, the parts of you that are resting. And I'm just going to guide your awareness down to the low back or the sacrum or the hips, that whole area. And just feel if the right side, left side feel they're evenly weighted. And it's these little things. So just notice. You might be like, oh yeah. And if they don't feel evenly weighted, just rock your knees a little bit to the side that feels a little lighter. It might just be 0.5 millimeter. You might walk your feet over too, just how can you bring in balance? And then guide your awareness up to the backs of your shoulders. And just tune in there, they evenly weighted. And this time you might just turn your head slightly to the lighter side. Okay, and then really feel what this is. The whole back of your torso is just releasing any muscular effort. Just doing your best. Bring yourself to your breath. Allow the exhalation to be an integral part of this release. Good. One more moment here. Full inhale. Full exhale. We'll bring the left knee into the chest. Interlace your fingers. And just begin again with this rocking in and out. We did this in class the other day. Just rocking this knee in and out and finding the way that this knee can be nice and snug to the chest. That might not happen. If you have another blanket or something, you can always put it between thigh and belly. But just see if you can get it there. And then once you have it in nice and snug, again, just take a few moments to descend to the earth. And if you want to stretch the right leg out now, we do that. Just feel if that changes things a lot. And find your way back. Okay, so if you've extended the right leg, the heel is on the floor like you're standing on the foot as best as you can. And if that feels like it's a lot of work, maybe you walk the right leg out just a little bit and with the toes pointing up to the sky as best as you can, you turn the toes inward, even just a little bit. See if that helps. And that might take you completely out of the left thigh. So now you integrate the softness, the letting go. Okay, take one more moment here. And then we'll bend the right leg, right foot to the floor. Release the left foot to the floor. And now open your arms out again. Just take 1 or 2 moments here to just be back in that resting pose and feel what you have changed already. Okay, right thigh in. Change the interlace. Just come to this rocking in and out a few times. And then find that place where you can really hug that thigh in. Like you're almost using that to release the right side a little bit more. So you hold it in and then you use your powers of awareness. What can you soften? Okay, if the left leg wants to extend now, that's fine, but you're just going to find the best as you can. You know, the heel is centered on the floor. If you bend your knee and maybe that helps, that's legit. Okay. And then trying to be on the foot like you're standing on it. So make any modifications you need. And then do your best just to be present and aware. Any rigidity that is showing itself, it's an opportunity to invite in that flexibility or to bring it back. One more breath. And then bend the left leg, left foot to the floor. Release the right leg, and we're just going to be here. If you'd like to stretch your legs out here, go ahead. Let's take a moment or two with the arms extended out to the side. Just feel. Okay. And then we'll all extend our legs. If you haven't done that yet, do it. Open the legs apart a little bit. Let the toes just flop out to the sides. That'll probably feel really nice for your hip crease for a moment. And then we'll start to just draw the toes in towards each other as you inhale. And exhale, just to open the feet back out. So it's just like your feet are doing a little windshield wiper action, rolling over the heels. Okay, let's do that a few times more. And the next time your toes come, the big toes come in towards each other, let's hold them there. And you know, you're pressing them down, but can you also push out through the ball of the big toe, maybe through the inner heel? Okay, we're going to take the arms over the head. Open the hands, inhale. Now as you exhale, open the arms back out, let the feet turn out. So you're back in this rest with the arms out, feet resting. Good. Okay, from here we're going to bend the left leg, left foot to the floor. Bend the right leg, right foot to the floor. Now walk your feet, keep them bent, soles of the feet on the floor, but extend them out to a little bit longer than you have them. And then bring your toes so the big toes are touching. Okay, and then soften your low back to the floor. Maybe you have to retuck your head or put a higher, something underneath your head. Just be here for a moment, let the jaw go. And we're going to start to wave the knees side to side. The feet might come off the floor, they might not. So it's a longer, you know, you're just like rowing your boat. Just moving your knees side to side. And good. That's it. All right. Continue just like this. A few more moments. So just, you might start to drop the knees a little bit closer to the floor on each side. Just feeling. Good. Okay, and let's just do one more. That feels really nice for me, hopefully for you too. Bring the feet back, and now we're going to walk the feet in, and they might go right to the hips. They don't have to go that close. Just bring them in as close as you can, comfortably with the big toes touching. And then pause here, press the low back to the floor. You might feel your tailbone lift a little bit, let the jaw go, let all the senses of the face go. And then we're going to start to just wave these knees side to side. And again, it might just be a few inches side to side. You might go all the way to the floor. You might want to turn your palms down to support. Just go nice and slow. Feel the twisting. We said at the beginning that beautiful saying, you're only as young as your spine is flexible. One of the first places that fuse together is what comes into my head. And the spine gets stiff. All right, I'm just going to do a few more here. And we'll make our way back into the rest. I'm just going to feel this. Okay, and we'll bring both knees into the chest, maybe one at a time, maybe together. And we'll just do this little hug in as you inhale. And as you exhale, you walk your hands down the shins and just hug them in on the next inhale. Just walking the hands down. And once you get the hands as low as they're going to go, maybe you just be in that place for a few rocks. And then we'll walk the hands back up to find the knees. Okay, once your hands are at your knees, you're going to put the palms right on the kneecaps, let the fingers just descend down so they're pointing down the shins. And then let the knees drop away till your arms become straight. Okay, your feet are just kind of dangling. Just soften in again. Let the shoulders go, jaw go. Take a full inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to draw the left knee in. Release it, and then just switch. So move in some way with your breath. As you bring that one knee in, the other knee might drop out to its side. So I'm going to hug this right knee in, let the left knee drop out. Just find a little hip dance here. So the knees, maybe they come in and maybe making little half circles or whatever they're just doing it. They're just dancing here. I'm going to add in a little bit of the feet. Okay, I'm going to turn this into an egg beater. So you might stay like this. So you take your arms back to the floor and then just start to find a little egg beating action here in your legs. So the feet are moving. This is great whip kick if you're a swimmer. I know I have a swimmer here. Yeah, and then reverse. And really feel what is this doing? Can you feel your back moving? Feel the hips. You might even hear some cracking happening. It's all good stuff. All right. Okay, and then bring the knees in. We're going to move into happy baby. So you might just go up the shins and hug the knees towards their shoulders, or take your arms to the inside of the legs, grab hold of the outside of your feet, and then we're just going to rock side to side in this happy baby. So now we've taken, the tailbone might be lifted. Maybe you feel this is happening more in the center line of your back. Okay, let's take one more moment. Come to rest on your back. If you're still in happy baby, whatever version, you might start to open the legs a little wider out. The knees can stay bent. Soften as much as you can into your pelvic floor. So let the jaw go. Soften the glutes as best as you can. Let the back rest on the floor as much as it can. Let's take one more full breath. Really opening up in the base. And bring the soles of the feet together. Maybe you interlace your fingers over the baby toe edge of the feet. And we're just going to do this Suzanne Summers thigh master, very yoga term. You're just going to open the knees out and bring them back in. So you're just really working this inner groin area. And let the jaw go. Any tension, be in this undoing, whatever you're feeling. Something waking up. Good. Okay, and then we'll release. Set the feet on the floor in a nice loving way. Heel toe your feet nice and wide. Open your arms out. Take a full breath in. As you breathe out, drop the knees to one side. So the feet are nice and wide. We're just going to move into our good friend windshield wiper. I'm not going super fast. Good. And just feel nice back mobility. Good. Okay. That's it. All right, and then bring your knees up. Okay, I'm going to heel toe the feet closer together. We're going to extend the left leg. walk yourself back or readjust yourself on your props. Take them out if it's a hindrance at all, right? Okay, then from here, I'm going to put the right foot, the sole of the right foot is going to rest on top of this left thigh. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to roll onto the left side. Okay, now your left hand can support this right knee. It's going to roll over and let yourself maybe rock, a little bit of rocking here. Okay, so I'm just rocking between this upright and this twist in a very nice, gentle, loving way. And then we're going to rest over on the twist. And as you rest here, you could put the sole or the outer edge of your right foot on the inseam of the left thigh. And if that's no good, just pop it off or find a better place for it. Okay, my knee is it's not touching the floor. It's going to be here. If you want to turn your head to the right, do that. Soften whatever you can here. One more moment. Okay, and then roll yourself back onto your back. Bend the left foot to the floor. Extend the right leg. Now put the left foot on top of your right thigh. Inhale. And as you exhale, roll to the right side and just floss a little bit here. So maybe you're just waving, feeling. How is this for you? It's no good. Maybe the right foot or the left foot needs to be on the floor somewhere. Okay, now I'm just going to drop over, let the big toe edge of the left foot rest on the inseam of this right leg. Maybe you turn your head, drop in. Where does it get tight here? Where does the body say, And you need to listen to that always. But we also want to encourage it. We can release the old stories and write some new ones. Good. Okay, and then bring yourself back. And we'll just bend both feet to the floor. Okay, just wiggling myself down a little bit. We're going to come into this little bridge lift. We've done this a few times. Let's actually start with the palms underneath the tush. So just lift your hips, put the hands underneath, a little bit of weight here. And then walk your feet around till you feel, okay, I'm in a good place. So let's do a little side to side wave with the knees. So we just massage the hands, the backs of the hands. I'm moving the hands around a little bit too. Good. Before I turned on this, before we started class, I was playing around with the tennis ball and sitting on a tennis ball is kind of magic. And here, maybe this is why we're here. Okay, this is what we're going to do. If you're feeling like you're massaging your tush nice, great. If you want a little more, let's make a little fist and put that fist into the center of each butt cheek somewhere and keep rocking your knees. Release the glutes a little bit, like let the tush hang heavy so that, these fists are in some way really getting into the tissue here. I'm just turning my hands now so that the baby finger edge is on the bottom and, the fists are a little bit higher. So I'm getting right in there. Okay, that was a bonus. Good. All right. And then we'll release. Just let your hands, palms open out to the side. Again, just feel that. Hopefully you feel a little more grounded through the glutes. Okay, and then friends, I'm going to just turn the palms down. The arms are not right against the body, a little bit out. Drop the upper arms to the floor, back of the head to the floor. Maybe walk your feet in a little bit. Pigeon toe your feet a little bit. And then as you exhale, release deeply to the floor. On the inhale, start to lift your hips. Okay, I'm going to lift them up nice and high. That works for you. Now I'm going to just feel right side, left side, even. Okay, lower down, nice and slow, top to bottom. And then you pause for full in breath, full out breath. Okay, and then we'll do it again. So just nice and slow. Think of, I want to be as young as my spine is flexible. Maybe the arms come over the head this time, maybe not. Maybe you lift your heels, push the toes down and away, and then lower yourself down when you're ready. You're taking your arms over your head, just bring them back down. Pause, and last one. Okay, so however you want to do this, arms over the head or not, lifting up, extend your tailbone to your knees. And lower all the way down. As I come down, I'm going to bring the knees into the chest. Just going to hug them in and out very gently. Okay, we're going to go to twist. So, okay, let's do this. I'm going to open the arms out. I'm going to put both feet on the floor. Big toes, edges are touching. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, drop both knees over to the right, and keep maybe the left foot comes with it. And if that's no good, step your left foot back or forward. Okay, just be here in this version of twist. What can you let go of? And if you feel like, oh, this left hip crease is so tight, maybe the left arm comes over your head. You just reach. We'll take one more breath. Good. And then you're going to move as you exhale. So you inhale. And then you start the exhale. Let it guide the breath and your body back. Pause. Readjust. And as you exhale, we'll drop the knees over to the left. And then I'm just going to be here. Now we change the angle of the feet, the knees. We change the angle of the twist. I'm going to take the right arm over the head. Breathe into your space. Good. And then inhale fully. And as you begin the exhale, that guides the movement back, onto your back. Okay. And I'm just going to wave the knees side to side a few times, just clearing. Okay, now we're going to do twist again. This time I'm going to bring both knees into the chest. Flex the feet. And as you exhale, the knees go over to the right side. Okay, so if that's no good, you just keep your feet on the floor, come into twist this way. And then see if you can walk your knees up higher towards your your right arm. Don't walk them to your left arm. Okay, if you want to turn your head, go ahead. And then just allow this to be the shape. You're just melting. Whatever rigidity you can discover here, it's an opportunity. Take one more full breath in and out. And then you'll make your way back onto your back. Okay, maybe you rest with the feet on the floor, you hug the knees into the chest. Just pause. Okay, and then as you're ready, friends, find your way. Twisting to the left. So the knees go to the left, maybe they come up higher towards the left arm. And then the head can turn. And breathe. But beyond breathing, you're nourishing, nurturing this, inner child of you. Open and free, curious, connected, so connected. So as grateful as we are for all of our life experiences, everything that's brought us to this moment. Some of it doesn't need to come along for the ride. Some of it can, be appreciated, honored, but some of that tension maybe we garnered during that experience is just holding us back. Okay. Finding your way back onto your back. Find a repose, something that feels good. Good. Okay. So we're going to come to legs up the wall. So I'm going to rock and roll front to back. You want to just roll to your side and sit. That's beautiful. And if you don't have a wall, you're just going to find your block. Okay. All right. I'm going to bring myself a little closer to the wall here. I'm not going to bring a prop in, even though I said, if you don't have a wall, you're going to be on a block. You could. Okay. You know what? Let me show it with a block. I'm going to show it with a block. So here's the thing. We're not going to come super close. We're going to do this. We're a little bit away from the wall. If you want to turn it into a block lift, it's a bit of a supported shoulder stand. So I'll put the feet on the floor. I'm going to lift the hips. I'll put the block in. I'm going middle height. You could go highest or lowest. And then the feet come to the wall. And maybe they go straight. You see it if you like this. Obviously, it's a bigger lift to the chest that's happening. And there's a bit of maneuvering that needs to happen. Okay, but if you don't want to use the block and you have a wall here, or you don't, if you're here, you could just be here. We're using this as an opportunity just to get the legs above the head, to just change our position to gravity. So you make it your own. Okay, I'm going to put the block back in again. If you're curious, I have the block right at the sacrum. And then it just kind of turns it more into an inversion. The heart is lifted higher than the head. Okay, if you don't have a wall, comes back with the legs up. So just find your space, what feels good. You're here to nurture your inner joy. Make it joyful, and then just allow yourself to receive this shape. Okay, so I have my feet flexed. You could have your feet very relaxed. Whatever's happening is fine. Just really take your attention to the parts of you resting. And receive, this great earthly support. There's another saying popping into my head. The universe is not looking to, it's not looking for you to win the lottery, even though you won the lottery in so many aspects of your life. But the actual money lottery, the universe is not looking out for you to win the lottery. If you win the lottery, great. But the universe is in some way taking care of you. You're engaging, connecting, and trusting. And you just take a look at where you are right now. Go, okay. Things are good and settled and have worked out okay. Maybe there's some space to release a little deeper here. Okay. I'm just here for another few moments of deep connection. So adjust whatever you need to, so you can really be in this release. And then just start to make your way out of whatever shape you're in. You might bring the feet to the floor, wiggle away from the wall. If you want to keep your legs at the wall, it's fine. Once you come down, just take a few moments of repose, just feeling what's shifted and what's changed. Okay. And then our last pose is going to be maybe a Shavasana 2 or a Bhishmasana. We're just going to lift the chest. So roll to your side or rock and roll yourself up to sitting if you like, and just take a moment or two here. We're going to stay in the softness. Okay. So I'm going to show this in so many different ways, but I just want to have a lift in the chest. So maybe you just take your blanket and you use that for the chest and one for the head. Okay. Maybe use your bolster. And then I would have the chest here, head here. Okay. I'm going to use blocks. Blocks just very effective for getting the, supporting the bones, letting the tissues drop. So if this is interesting to you with the blocks, you like the blocks, one for the chest, can be any height, one for the head. Otherwise, use something soft. That's lovely too, just to get the chest lifted a little bit. Okay. Then the legs can be bent. I'm going to sit in Virasana. I like that. It works for me. It's not necessarily everybody's happy place. So legs stretched out or knees bent. Okay, I'm going to take this block. I'm going to go highest height because I like that. Get a nice big lift. And then the one for the head might be harder to find. But you take your time and just support your chest so that you feel the backs of the shoulder blades are supported. Maybe the head is supported. The arms are going to be wherever you need them to be, out to the side. Maybe you like them over your head. That's a big opening. Rest them down by your sides. Any place you are where your chest is lifted and you are doing the work. So be content. Find some joy in the lift. And melt your wings as best as you can. Melt your back. If you're on a prop and you feel this little part of you that's just hovering above the floor, soften there. Let it go. And just here for another 5 breaths or so. Okay, depending on what prop you've chosen. If you're on the bolster, the blanket, and it feels really, really nice just to have the chest lifted, that could be Shavasana. And if you're on the block and you want to take Shavasana here, that's more power to you. But otherwise, we're just going to move into maybe one more full breath in, that full releasing exhale. And then you either roll to your side to come off the props or press yourself up. And then as quick as you can from here, I'm just going to move the blocks out of the way. I am going to bring my bolster in for Shavasana too. A little support for the head and knee pad. That's just so nice. And then take the time to make it nice for yourself, cover yourself, put your socks on, and it's like hurry up and relax. It's kind of what vacation is like for so many, right? It's like my 2 weeks, gotta hurry up and relax. But if we practice relaxing every day, maybe every day becomes a vacation. Okay. And now just relaxing, releasing, the ultimate undoing. Doing your best to just keep the mind content. Just give you this mantra. And as I say each line, just repeat it to yourself. Nothing to do. Nowhere to be. No one to be. Just be. Just let that seep in. As you release yourself as much as you can to this vacation. Consciously releasing any tension in your facial area. And let that softening just slide all the way down the soles of your feet. To the palms of your hands. Crown of your head. Everything in between. Just before we come out of Shavasana, just feel your spine resting in whatever shape you have it in. And your attention to the center line, the back of the skull, all the way down to the tailbone. Feel yourself breathing around the center line. Everything is gently massaging each inner vertebrae, softening of the tissues, the organs, just resting in their places. And with each breath, just tune into the gentle movement you imagine, or maybe you can feel it. The spine just gently bouncing, buoyant within your body. If you don't feel it, you know it's there. This which carries you, keeps you upright, connected from the top to the bottom. Just going to honor everything we've done and just come to a hug. So maybe the right arm just crosses over the left and you give yourself a little hug and a little pat, or maybe a gentle rocking side to side. We'll just change the arm so the left arm comes on top, and just stay with this idea of gifting yourself this hug. This I love you, I see you, I know who you are. And from here, as you're ready to come out, wiggling fingers and toes, stretching yourself awake in some way. If you're on a height of the bolster, just remembering that you're on that height as you roll to your side, rest there for a few moments. Taking your time. Once you come up, we'll just Be in this energy, this recreated sacred space of yours. Even just if you remember how you felt when you sat at the beginning of class and how this sit feels, might change the cross of your legs. Feel yourself a little taller, a little more open, a little more grounded in the back of the body. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart and bowing your chin. Just honoring your practice, that you have shown up for yourself. You do the work. As much as it is for you, it is for the people in your life. They notice. Good. As you inhale, lengthen, lift your chin. And as you exhale, your breath stay as you are. And seal this practice with our "May we be blessed" mantra and an Om. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. Inhale. Take a full breath in. Breathe it into your hands. Hold that breath. Bow your chin. Put all of your loving tenderness, your compassion, your grace, your gratitude. And then lift your chin and open your eyes and offer this deeply to yourself. Offer it. Receive it. And we'll send it out. Yes. Yes. Out into the world. They need it. So thank you. Thank you for playing. Thank you for playing yoga with me. And so much love and gratitude. Namaste, friends. Enjoy this beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Enjoy this beautiful day. See you soon.